wasn't sure if I wanted to talk about it, but I figured, why couldn't I talk about it? So here I am talking about it. So let's talk about it. Okay, so yeah, I got back from camp recently, maybe a week and a half ago, 2 weeks almost, and I have literally been thinking about this story time or this event that happened, and I wasn't sure if I wanted to share it or not. I'm gonna share it. I felt like it was a pretty scary experience, but I think it was a good experience to have, possibly. I don't exactly know how to explain it, so let's just talk. If you ever worked at a summer camp, you know, like, you gotta take hikes. Like, the goal is to really be outside as much as possible. So we were supposed to go on a hike, and the hike that we were supposed to go on would have involved us having to get shuttled off-site to this mountain or whatever. And I was like, I don't know if I want to do that. I didn't want to do it. Like, I don't want to go up that mountain, no. But I knew that it was important for the kids and they had to get out and do something. So we came up with a smaller hike. We would just leave camp and we would just kind of go around the town for a second. And that's what we're gonna do. So we leave right after breakfast and we start walking, and we're like 10 minutes out, like literally like we had just left. Like, I remember turning back and like looking like, look, girls, because I had the oldest girl. So I was like, look, girls, that's our cabin. Our cabins are there. And they're like, oh my God. Literally 2 seconds later, as we're walking, we hear, help, 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 like screaming help. And I was like, in my head, I'm like thinking it's just the girls. Like, I was in the last and I was thinking the girls in front were just playing around. But no. So we look immediately to the right and we're walking on a pretty narrow road. We look immediately to the right and we see down the little hill, like where there's a river, we see a lady, an older lady laying on her stomach with, oh my gosh, she had this huge black eye. Her face was horribly bruised. It was bad. And she's like, help, help, I got in a car accident last night or something, and I broke my back, help, help. And in my head, I'm like, oh my God, what, like I have all these kids. There was like, how many girls do we have? 8, I think, maybe 10. Myself and my CIT. Her name is Brittany. So Brittany's there, and we're like, what are we supposed to do? And the lady's literally screaming, help, call 911, call 911. So the only thing I could think of to do would be to, of course, call 911, right? So I get on my phone, and I call 911, and I'm like, yeah, this is going on. There's a lady out here. She's in the river. She said she had an accident. And then I look to the right, or to the left, and I can see her car was pushed into, like, the tree, like, her car was like into the river almost, up against a tree. It was horribly messed up. From what I could see, just from standing on the road, it looked bad. She's like, screaming, I crawled from the car. I've been here since 1 o'clock last night, or since 1 o'clock the day before. So it was 9 o'clock in the morning. Had we had not went, like, that 1 o'clock afternoon would have been 24 hours. Hopefully that makes sense. She was there since the day before, 1 o'clock in the afternoon. So she had been there 20 hours. So I get off the phone with the police, and she's screaming, do you have any water? Do you have any water? And, like, we all have water, of course, like our, like, canteens, or, you know what I mean? Like our water bottle, our thermals. And I was like, oh my God. Like, I look in the first aid kit. Thankfully, there was a bottle of water in there. So I was like, how are we gonna get it down to her? And Brittany, who thought she was just like, I'm cool, I got all of this, I've seen everything, 12 years old. She's like, I've seen everything. She's like, this is nothing. So Brittany, like, walks down the little hill under the gate to take the lady. I say under the gate, but it's like a fence for the cows and stuff, like those wire fences. So she crawls through, takes the lady her water, and that's when the lady explains to her how long she's been out there. The whole time this is going on in my head, I'm thinking these girls should not be seeing this. This is not okay for them to see. They should not be around this. They should not be witnessing this. How can I get these girls away? But I was also thinking, what if this is a setup? What if this lady is down there and she has someone coming out and we're about to, what if this is gonna turn? And you know what I mean? Like, in my head, I'm just like, I'm responsible for these girls. what are we gonna do? How are we gonna keep them safe? How can we make sure that they are not traumatized or anything like this? I was very nervous about that, like very nervous. I wanted to like leave, and the girls honestly were like, no, we have to help her. We have to help her. Because I just wanted to kind of walk away and call the police kind of thing, and not allow them to see it, because this lady looked really bad, guys. It was, I mean, I had never seen anything like that. It was insane. So a little while later, literally I think it took 15 minutes, but again, we're out in the middle of nowhere, really, for the ambulance and stuff to come. And once they came, I left. I was like, I asked the dude, I was like, can we leave? And he said yes, so we left. We were literally 10 minutes away from camp, so it wasn't bad. Of course, the hike ended. Like, I was like literally a mess. Like, I was probably the worst out of everyone. I walked again in the front of the line this time, and everyone was behind me, and legit, as we were walking off, tears were rolling down my eyes. I just kept thinking, like, this lady could not be here right now. This lady could have died. It could have been a lot more serious for her, but I was also thinking of these kids and concerned about their mental state, I guess. I don't know, just them seeing what they just saw. So I immediately called the director, and I was like, oh my God, this just happened. We're walking back right now. So once we got to camp, we all met up. The director and assistant director came and gave us a really good talk, and I'm so grateful that they were there, because honestly, like, I didn't want to have that hard conversation. I was scared. Like, I was scared to talk about everything that we had just witnessed. So thankfully they were there to kind of come in and direct us to how maybe we can rethink about it. And yeah, they explained to us, you know, like, sometimes I think growing up here in LA, even Long Beach, we see homeless people often, and we're kind of at times scared to help them. Should we help them? Can we help them? Are we able to help them? And we're not sure what to do. So it was a good thing that they were able to talk to us and just inform us, you know, like, sometimes it's okay to help. You know, you don't have to go immediately and be involved one-on-one. You can help from afar, but nothing's wrong with helping. And I think a lot of these kids probably would not have normally helped. Maybe if they were with, I don't know, their friends or whoever they were with, just because of the uncertainty of what's gonna happen. Like, is this safe? Because that's literally what I was thinking of the whole time. But yeah, so we ended up talking, and it was a good talk with everyone. All the girls were involved. It was a good little talk. I think we needed it. We desperately needed that. Had we not had it, and I think it was a good experience also, like I said, for the girls to be able to just see that it's okay to help. It's okay to help. So yeah, I guess that's the message for everyone. It's okay to help. It was super scary, and literally I had to see this lady in my head all the time. But just knowing that she's okay now, I guess is good. Had we not showed up when we did, had we not taken that hike, who knows if she would have been found or when she would have been found, because where she was, a car would not have been able to see her. The only way we were able to see her is because we were walking. And we were walking without headphones or anything like that, so we were able to hear her screams for help, literally screams for help. It was, and I can it was bad. It was bad. But she's okay. I've actually had to make a report, the detective called me and I had to tell him everything that happened or what I witnessed. And he said that the lady did lose a lot of blood, but that she's fine. She's a grandma. I couldn't imagine, ugh. Okay, so I need to go. I have to go. Okay, bye. Have a good day. See you later. Fresh cut. Okay, everything looks good, but as I remember recording a little while ago, but I don't think they actually explained how the lady explained how she got where she was. So she says she was ran off the road, and where we were was a quite narrow road with a little bit of a turn kind of thing. So I'm assuming maybe someone was coming and she tried to avoid them and she ended up crashing. So yeah. Sorry to totally interrupt that video with my new fresh cut, but it looks really, really good. And I was trying to find the best lighting. Oh, also, there's my crap. I needed water. Okay, so the end.